Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 Final Challengers Guile. Now, I've been waiting for this guy for a while. He just came in yesterday. Now, when I mean by yesterday, today is the 26th. That means he came in on the 25th of November. Now, I'm also waiting for Cammy and DJ to arrive. So when they come in, I will do a review on them as well. Anyway, here we have them in the box. We have the classic arcade cabinet style here looking on the box. And then on the sides, of course, we have some artwork, which we've seen with the others. The new packaging where it doesn't show all three figures, it just shows Guile. But then you have the character select down here. And then on the side, we have country that Guile comes from, which is the US. And it says fighting style, martial arts, and professional wrestling. Now, that's pretty neat. I was not aware of that. But all right, cool. So let's get Guile out of the box. Let's talk about Guile. Let's take a look at this guy. All right, so now that we have Guile out of the box, here he is, and I just had to put him in this pose with a couple of his accessories that he comes with, like his alternate hand, his comb, and of course, his dog tags. But you know, that's the beauty of it, right? You can have him do this pose, even though back in the day when I was a kid and I played this game and he would beat you, or you would beat somebody with him, he would do this pose where he just pulled out his comb and was combing his hair, you know, with this giant blowout flat top. Let me tell you something. You know, you got somebody who definitely exists in this world that took a page from Street Fighter or from Guile. And that's Paulie D from the Jersey Shore. I mean, his hairstyle is definitely right after this guy here. So I just figured I'd throw that in there because I thought that was funny. But I have to say, though, with this guy here, you know, we all know that he's an Air Force pilot. And he was in the military. And yes, he, you know, his backstory is that he was going into this world tournament to get revenge on the death of his friend, Charlie. So he is one of the original 8 characters in Street Fighter 2, which is actually pretty cool. But Guile was based off of, let me see if I can say this correctly, Jean-Pierre Polnareff. I think that's how you say the last name, from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I thought that was pretty cool to find that out. But anyway, this guy here, I mean, he is a staple. He is an iconic character in the Street Fighter franchise, just like Ryu or Ken or Chun-Li, but he is one of the top guys. Now, the fact that they included the comb and the you know, the extra hand there to make it this possible is absolutely amazing that Jada Toys has done that. So let's take a look at this guy. Now, the actual sculpt of Guile, he looks really, really good. I mean, that face sculpt is iconic from the actual game itself. Considering that they're, you know, if they're going off of the game, they're not going off of any animation or any movies. And we all know that Jean-Claude Van Damme played him in the actual live action motion picture of Street Fighter, which really wasn't the greatest, but what can I say? I mean, nobody ever really got it right back then in those days like they are now when it comes to adaptations of games or movies. Like Mortal Kombat was horribly done too back in that day. But, I mean, they actually got his American flags on there correctly. So that's actually nice on both sides of his arms. The actual tank top that he's wearing, the texture that's in here, very nice. And then we have, going down to the pants, the belt, we have his camouflage pants, and then we actually have his combat boots. Nicely done, wonderfully done. And then, of course, you have the musculature on this guy is just crazy. The fact that they put in a nice little chain here with his dog tags on him, that's awesome as well. So with that being said, guys, let's take a look on the accessories that this guy comes with, because as you can see, this head sculpt is absolutely just amazingly done. And I have to say, I like the way his hair is just completely just flat, blown out, given that, I mean, you could have him do a handstand on that thing if you wanted to. And the fact that you have the comb, I mean, you know, just one of those poses that you can get with this guy, which is just kind of just a static pose from the actual game from back in the day. So that's actually pretty cool. So I'm going to set this guy here. And let's take a look at his accessories. All right, so here we have Guile. He's kind of posed out a little bit, but I'm going to bring him in to show off. So he has his 2 fists, of course, that he comes with. And then he has his alternate head, which you guys can see right here, which is actually another good looking head sculpt that they added into the figure right here. And yeah, I think that Jada Toys have killed it with this figure. I mean, yeah, they've killed it with all their figures so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dulcine being one of the best in the line, but Guile absolutely looks fabulous. I like the way the way he turned out, the way he looks, the way that his dog tags, you know, they move around and all that stuff, gives it a little bit more expression when you're posing him. And he poses like butter anyway. You know, that's just the way Jada Toys have done it. And like I said, and I'll say it again, a lot of other toy lines can actually take a page from their book and actually get some better articulation going with their figures. But anyway, besides all that, let's get into taking a look at the rest of the stuff that he comes with. All right, so now here he is with his Sonic Boom. And the fact that they, you know, they give you the little stand and you can get him into this pose right here. I mean, I know it's kind of not the best pose, but anyway, to just show off the little stand and his Sonic Boom, which is in the shape of a yin yang, which is actually pretty cool. Then you have the little plug right there to plug the stand in to hold it up. Nice effect, very well done. You probably put a little light under here and give it that little glow effect, but the fact that you can actually cross his arms to get him to do that is actually pretty cool with this figure. The other thing is you know, Guile, he doesn't just do a Sonic Boom, but he also, I'm gonna try and do this while we're on camera because we all know I don't do this very well, but he does like a, when he did like his jump kick, his knees were kind of together somewhat. So I'm going to try and do that right here. And yeah, he would jump up, kind of punch down like this somewhat, right? Kind of something similar to this, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just trying to get it situated to get him to do whatever, but yeah, something kind of like that. I know it's not the best looking pose for him, but you could still get him posed out right there with it, to where he's kind of like driving this jump punch down onto somebody, which is actually pretty cool. And then also, before I forget, and I always call it a record kick, but it's his flash kick, but you can get him crouch down into that crouching position for it, at least try to. So yeah, he would be, oof, that looks bad. You get him crouched down like this, ready to go for that you know, flash kick. And then of course Guile would jump up, keeping his leg bent. Then the other one would come out for the kick, and then you could get his flash kick. Now, for a figure to be able to do this, I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, not many figures can you do this with to get him to do this flash kick, which he would flip around like this, and then he would land on his feet. Of course, pretty cool stuff. Plus, I think he had a knee, right? He'd have a knee where he'd grab somebody and knee him. I thought maybe that was somebody else, but I thought he did it. I thought he threw a knee kick at people. He'd grab them and hit him with a knee kick, and then I also thought he had like a takedown slide, right? I could be wrong, but if I am, please leave it in the comments down below. But I could have sworn he did like a takedown slide, so he would go something like this, if I'm not mistaken. It's been such a long time since I played this game, but I thought he did something like this, to where he would come sliding in like this towards somebody and do like a pretty much like a sliding into home base type of deal. I mean, this guy's nothing but posable beyond belief. The fact that they didn't do, his losing head sculpt, which is fine. I mean, look, they did quite a bit, and eventually they'll probably come out with that version of him. Me, I'm fine with the version here that I have. He is just absolutely awesome. And the fact that you have this here, and this does move, and it's going to adjust and whatnot when it comes to this necklace here. So you're going to always have to set it because the dog tags do move, so that piece will move forward on you. But the fact that you can just get him into all sorts of different types of poses is absolutely just phenomenal. And I think Jada Toys, once again, has knocked it out of the park. I mean, considering the fact that they are also doing the more mascots like Tony the Tiger, and they're going to be doing Fred and Barney. The fact that they're doing the Scooby-Doo line, that is just absolutely crazy. I mean, Scooby and Shaggy are the only two out of that line. If I did get anybody, that would be the only two, because those are the only ones I liked out of them, was Shaggy and Scooby. Tony the Tiger, though, he's pretty cool as far as a breakfast cereal mascot, but I didn't collect those. The only one I have is Chester Cheetah, which if you guys haven't seen, you can go ahead and check it out. It is here on this channel. But yeah, there you go. I mean, that's actually pretty cool. You know what? Give me a second. I got to get some people to do some comparisons with. So give me that second, and we'll do some comparisons. We'll end this review. Here's how Guile compares to Spawn from McFarlane. Here's how Guile compares to the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Best Yet's Dark Leonardo. And here's how Guile compares to the G.I. Joe Classified Nemesis Enforcer. All right, so now at the end of the day, you can see how he compares to some other lines. And I have to say one thing that I forgot to mention is Guile's background that he comes with in the box, which is actually pretty cool to see the fighter jet and the people that are in the background cheering him on in his battles. I mean, I have to say that is actually pretty iconic that Jada does that with every single one of these figures. And man, don't get me wrong. This guy is absolutely phenomenal. Now, the fact that you can pose him and get some great articulation out of this figure, and the fact that he just comes with some pretty cool accessories. They're not tons of accessories, which is cool. I mean, we don't need, in this line, I feel that what you're getting is absolutely the right amount, if you ask me. It's not an overkill. The fact that he didn't come with his flash kick, it's okay, because of the fact that you do have the sonic boom. You don't need the effect for the flash kick. Now, maybe later on they'll come out with that, and probably will, just to sit there and that way you have the other accessories, but they'll do another version of Guile, and then instead of having the sonic boom, maybe it'll come with the flash kick. Who knows? I like to call it the record kick. That's what I've always called it as a kid. But I do like the sonic boom effect, and the fact that you can get away with doing quite a bit with this figure, I have to say. So kudos to Jada once again for putting out another fabulous Street Fighter figure. More to come from this company, and this line itself is just going to keep going and going and growing, and yeah, I mean, just fabulous stuff from them. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review on the Street Fighter 2 Final Challengers Ultra. I said it all backwards, but Guile, doesn't matter. I'm not redoing it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. I said that all backwards as well. Something's going on. Words are hard for me today, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, if I happen not to get another review up before Thanksgiving, I hope everybody has a happy and safe Thanksgiving and a safe one. Absolutely. And no matter where you guys are, I'll catch you all on the flippity flip.